Hey everyone, ready for a deep dive? We're tackling large language models today, LLMs for short.
Yeah, they're basically AI that can write well, almost anything.
It's kind of like having a friend who's read every book ever, poems, code, you name it, and can write like it too.
It's pretty mind-blowing going way past those old chatbots. LLMs are on a whole other level.
Totally. But today we're breaking it all down for you, how LLMs work, what they mean for you, all that. We're using large language models essentials as our guide.
Sounds like a plan.
So, ready to decode the world of LLMs?
Let's do it.
Okay, so first things first, what exactly are LLMs?
In a nutshell, they're these super advanced algorithms
Yeah.
trained on tons of data. I
Yeah.
mean, mountains of data, like books, articles, code.
So they're like absorbing all this information, but how do they make sense of it all?
That's where the magic of deep learning comes in. LLMs use it to find patterns in all that data.
So like how we learn language, finding patterns.
Yeah.
But our source mentions something called transformers. What are those?
Good question. It's a kind of deep learning architecture that really changed the game for LLMs. Imagine reading a sentence. Instead of word by word, transformers look at everything at once.
So it's like seeing the whole picture, not just pieces.
Exactly. And that's how LLMs get context, which is huge for language. That's why they can write such realistic text.
Makes sense. Now, what about these parameters they keep mentioning?
Think of them like building blocks of the LLM's knowledge. They change during training to make it more accurate. The more you have, the more the LLM can learn,
So more is better.
basically.
What about this whole training process? How do they learn?
It's like sending it to, language boot camp, but massive. We feed it tons of data, and it learns from the patterns.
Intense. And there's pre-training and fine-tuning, right?
Yeah, pre-training is like laying the foundation, teaching it grammar, structure. Then fine-tuning is tailoring it to a specific job.
So, like, if I want an LLM writing killer ad copy, I'd train it on, well, ad copy.
Exactly. It's super adaptable that way.
This is blowing my mind. Now, I want to talk about specific LLMs. What about that GPT everyone's talking about?
The GPT series. It stands for Generative Pre-trained Transformer. That's from OpenAI.
What's so special about it?
Well, GPT-2 was a game changer when it launched. Give it a prompt like once upon a time, it would write a whole story.
Wow. But then there's GPT-3, right?
Yeah, GPT-3 took it up like 10 notches. It's got 175 billion parameters. It can understand instructions, write creatively, even translate.
Okay, now we're talking AI that can almost have a conversation. That's kind of scary.
It's definitely impressive, and the anticipation for GPT-4 is huge.
What can we expect from that?
We're not sure yet, but it could have trillions of parameters.
Trillions. That's insane. Okay, before we go too far into the future, what about this BERT? It sounds friendly.
Right. BERT stands for Bidirectional Encoder Representations from Transformers. A mouthful, I know. Google developed it. And while GPT's a writer, BERT's the reader, understanding everything.
So, GPT writes the sonnet, and BERT analyzes it.
You got it. BERT looks at words from both sides, making it great for things like question answering.
So it understands why I'm asking about the capital of France, not just spitting out Paris.
Exactly. And there's a whole BERT family. Roberta uses even more data. Distill BERT's smaller, but still powerful.
It's like BERT has its own little AI think tank. This is all amazing, but how do these LLMs actually affect us day to day?
Good question. LLMs are already everywhere, even if we don't realize it.
Right, like Essentials talks about automated content creation. Are robot journalists taking over?
Not yet. But LLMs are used to write marketing stuff, social media posts, even news articles.
So it's more like AI writing assistants helping with the process.
Right. They can handle the tedious parts so humans can focus on the creative, strategic stuff.
Collaboration, not just competition. That's good. And they can write code too, right?
Yeah, it's a game changer for software development. Imagine just describing what you want and the LLM writes the code for you.
That sounds like magic. I can barely write an email without messing it up. How does that even work?
We train them on massive amounts of code, so they learn the rules of programming languages.
So they're like AI programmers. What about customer service? Aren't those smart chatbots using LLMs?
You bet. Remember GPT-3's conversational skills? That's powering a whole new generation of chatbots, way more intelligent than the old ones.
So no more battling with those frustrating bots. Finally.
Yeah, these new ones understand complex questions, give personalized answers, even learn from past chats.
That's a game changer. And it's bigger than just tech, right? What about healthcare and finance?
It's amazing. Imagine LLMs analyzing medical records, maybe even speeding up drug discovery. That's some life-changing stuff.
It's incredible how AI can be used like that. What about finance?
LLMs can automate financial reports, detect fraud, even make investment decisions. They analyze tons of data in the blink of an eye.
So bringing speed and efficiency to complex tasks.
Exactly. They can spot risks and opportunities humans might miss, leading to better decisions.
This is all so fascinating, and we're just getting started.
Totally. LLMs are constantly evolving. Who knows what they'll be able to do in a few years?
I can't wait to see what the future holds. But for now, let's switch gears a bit. In part 2, we'll dive into how these LMs are actually built and trained.
Welcome back to the deep dive. We're
Yeah.
digging deeper into LLMs, how they're built, the behind-the-scenes stuff.
Yeah, like peeking under the hood.
Exactly. Our source, Essentials, gets into the nitty-gritty. So where do we even start? What goes into making these AI things?
Data. Tons of it. LMs are like data hogs. They need it to learn.
Right, we touched on that.
Yeah.
But where does it all come from?
Pretty much everywhere. The internet's a gold mine. Websites, books, articles, you name it, they probably gobbled it up.
They're like digital bookworms on overdrive. But it can't just be about quantity, right? What about quality?
You're right. Variety and quality are key. Like, you wouldn't want an LLM trained on just, cat memes.
Definitely not.
Uh,
So once they have all this data, then what?
Think of it like organizing a huge, messy library. That's data preprocessing.
Data preprocessing. Yeah, getting it ready for the LLM to understand. It's like, imagine reading a book with pages out of order, different languages, coffee stains.
Sounds like my kind of book, actually.
Right, so data preprocessing cleans it up, makes it make sense.
Makes sense. So what's next? The training montage.
Kind of. This is where those supercomputers come in, with their GPUs and TPUs and all that.
Right, Essentials mentioned those. Why are they so important?
Well, training an LLM means doing trillions of calculations.
Yeah.
A regular computer would take forever. GPUs and TPUs are built for this, like super fast math whizzes.
So they're like the brains of the operation.
Exactly.
Yeah.
GPUs were for graphics originally, like video games, but they're perfect for AI too. Then TPUs are even more specialized, designed by Google just for machine learning.
Wow. So even with all that power, training still takes a while, right?
Oh yeah. It can be days, weeks, even longer for the really big ones.
That's intense. Our source mentioned distributed training, though. Does that speed things up?
Yep. It's like having a bunch of computers working together on one problem, like a relay race.
Ah, dividing and conquering.
Yep. So instead of one computer doing everything, it's spread out, faster, and allows for bigger models.
That's clever. So even after all that, the LLM isn't done learning, is it? There's fine-tuning, too, right?
You got it. Pre-training is giving it general knowledge, like going to school. Fine-tuning is specializing, like becoming a doctor or a lawyer.
So tailoring their skills.
Exactly. We train them on a specific type of data, like if you want an LLM to write financial reports, you train it on, well, financial reports.
So it's like giving them an internship in their field. This is all amazing. We're talking about really powerful tech here.
Yeah, it's pretty mind-blowing.
But with great power comes, well, we have to think about the implications of all this. That's what we'll get into in the final part of our deep dive. Welcome back to the deep dive. We've explored what LLMs are, how they work, their inner workings, all that. But now let's talk about what it all means, the bigger picture.
Yeah, it's easy to get lost in the technical stuff, but the really interesting part is how LLMs will change things, like how we live and work.
Exactly, and I think that's what everyone wants to know. So let's just address the elephant in the room, jobs. Are robots coming for us?
It's a big question, right?
Yeah.
And yeah, LLMs are going to change the job market, that's for sure. But it's not about humans versus machines. It's about working together.
Working together, so not being replaced, but like collaborating with AI.
Exactly. LLMs are great at things that are, repetitive or need tons of data, like financial modeling, some legal stuff even. That frees us up to focus on what we're good at, the creative thinking, the problem solving.
To human stuff.
Right. That's what AI can't do, at least not yet. Things like building relationships, understanding emotions, those skills are going to be more important than ever.
So it's not about like fearing the future, it's about adapting to it.
Exactly. Learning new skills, working with the technology, not against it. Just like, well, every other time technologies change things.
Makes sense. But for someone listening, it's like, what can I actually do to get ready for this?
That's a good question. And it might be simpler than you think. Yeah, tech skills are useful, but honestly, the most important things are those human skills we talked about. Critical thinking, creativity, emotional intelligence.
So it's almost like AI is making us more human.
I like that way of putting it. The more AI takes over, the more we have to focus on what makes us different, what makes us human.
I love that. But we have to talk about the other side of the coin too, right? The ethics of all this.
Definitely. LLMs are powerful, and any powerful tool can be used in good ways or bad ways. It's up to us to make sure they're used responsibly.
So how do we do that? How do we make sure it's ethical?
It starts with understanding, knowing how they work, what they can and can't do. That helps us ask the right questions about bias, about privacy, the big stuff.
These are big questions. Where can people go to learn more about this, get involved in the conversation?
There are some great organizations out there, the AI Ethics Lab, the Partnership on AI, the Future of Life Institute. They've got resources, research, ways to get involved.
That's awesome. I'll have to check those out. So as we wrap up our LLM deep dive, what's the one thing you really want people to take away?
That the future of AI isn't set in stone. It's something we're shaping by the choices we make, the questions we ask. It's up to us.
So not just sitting back and watching it happen, but being a part of it.
Exactly. Being informed, engaged, and ready to shape the future together.
That's a great note to end on. Thanks so much for joining us on this deep dive into LLMs. It's been fascinating, and I hope everyone listening feels empowered to keep learning and exploring this amazing technology.
It's been a pleasure. Keep those questions coming.